This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. And now your host, Chucky T.
Our opening shot takes us over top of California. The bottom of the screen, the subtitles, it says 1875, November. As the camera sways back and forth, it dips below and then back up into clouds and back down again. And we see the California coast, which is broken and shattered. Countless plateaus rising yards, 100 yards above the sea level now. We see the firelight of various small towns as the camera begins to spiral around one plateau in particular and does a slow dive bomb down. We see a small mining town, and at the bottom of the screen, it says Lynchburg. Lynchburg is a small town, a literal one-horse town. Yeah, it has several buildings. The evening is off in the distance. Beautiful day out. People are milling around. It looks like there's some festive objects going up. Most of the street is actually having tables brought out. People are dialing them up. So there's a bit of commotion going around. And as the camera pulls back, we see a large raven swaying back and forth over the town. It circles a building towards the end of the main street. And it lands on top of a sign. The raven bends down, starts pecking the sign. The camera slowly dollies down to where we can see the sign, and it says Mariposa Lils in large yellow lettering. Looks relatively fresh compared to the rest of the paint job. As the camera continues to go down, it goes through the front of the building, and there's not very many tables. Mariposa Lils place isn't huge, but it is relatively active. We see the girls. They're milling around. They're not dancing like they probably should be. Yeah, there's some tables that have card games on them, but it looks like a lot of the card games are on pause. Almost everybody is looking at the large staircase that's leading up to the second floor. The camera begins to go up those staircase. It veers off to the right, and it stops as we see Mariposa Lil standing just outside one of the rooms that she's looking into. It. There is no door. There's what's left of the door that's still attached to the hinges. She's leaning against the railing. She looks down, she looks up into the room, she shakes her head, and she turns and she starts to walk back downstairs. And as she's walking, the camera's following her as the bartender comes up, and the young man is strapping in. It's very clear that Mariposa has taste in who she has working in her establishment. The guy glances up, and Mariposa just shakes her head. Mariposa is a above average height black woman, attractive. She's wearing very down to earth clothing. They may have been nice pants at one time, but time has caught up with them. She's got black straps that are holding them up. She has a nice cotton shirt that is unbuttoned down provocatively, as is her trade. She turns and she looks at the young bartender. He looks to be, man, if he's 20, that's pushing it. The very handsome young man, ruffly black hair that he's tried to style up. Got the baby face going on, the broad shoulders, and pretty much his forearms are almost as thick as a normal man's thigh. Glances up again, Mariposa shakes her head, and no, get your fine ass back behind that bar where it belongs. Keep serving drinks and don't serve the watered down stuff. We have a mess. There are people looking into it. Has the sheriff showed up? The kid glances up and Mariposa snaps her fingers. Has the sheriff come back? Shakes his head. No. But we got this guy over here. So I think he was asking for those folks. Mariposa looks around, and of course, sticking out like a sore thumb, we know it's Shady Doug's at the bottom of the screen as the camera's moving up his small frame as he's leaning against the bar and enjoying a shot of whiskey. It says Shady Doug. The camera goes back to Mariposa Lil. She looks less than impressed as she cocks her head to the side. Oh, now what? And the screen goes black and our opening credits start.
Hello, players. Welcome to Savage Sessions, a production of Radio Salad Studios. My name is E.E. Morris, and will be your host, along with Chucky T, Big Stumpy Robot, and Jonathan, a new
guest.
Guest to the table. So we're happy to have him along for the ride. And our goat, the stinking mascot, dear
Coach my goat.
Man, did I sleep through that one? Sorry. Yeah. We're doing Deadlands, Weird West, Pass the Salt, a tabletop RPG powered by Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, created by Pinnacle Entertainment. You should definitely check them out for all your role-playing needs. Now, as is tradition here at Savage Sessions, if there's any in-game currency, we like to start our players off with a little bit more. And for this system, that comes in the form of bennies. These are points that the players can spend to do cool and crazy things in the game, like survive. Yeah. Oh, hopefully nobody dies tonight. The players have their bennies, and they may now gain a little bit more by giving us a 60-second intro of yourself and the character you'll be playing as a who are you from the player's perspective. Who would like to go first?
Everett, Greg, how about when you guys start, and then we'll see if Johnny wants to jump in.
Okay.
All over it. Oh,
you're on it?
Like a fat kid on a cocaine.
Oh,
wow,
man.
My God. All right, you're on the clock.
Hi, my name's Greg, our Big Stompy Robot. I'll be playing, what am I playing? Doc Lightning this week.
Yeah.
We're professionals. Because we're professionals.
Doc Lightning is a weird, or basically a mad scientist. Stands out very well because he's carrying a big backpack with an enormous looking alien looking type lightning gun. Most of the time his dress is basically like that if he's working in a lab. Big apron down the front, work jeans, wore out what looked like might have been nice dress shoes at one time. Bald, but he also has a very weird set of spectacles that he wears that are kind of like on a band and hang down off the band. And you see him, he just kind of moves different things around to focus on what he's doing.
Nice. Yeah, that's your 60 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, draw your fourth Everett if you want. This is not mandatory.
Oh, it is. Trust me. Hi there. You already know me, but I'll be playing the role of Plays with Fire, an indigenous individual that is a strapping young lad. He has gone off to adventure and to seek his way through the world, for he believes that, yes, the traditional ways of his ancestors are important, but so is gadgetry, steam engines, and the like. He loves anything with big motors. He loves anything with big sparkly bits and magic behind it. He wants to learn the world as it is. And traditional dress for a young indigenous individual. He's got the leather pants, and he wears a leather vest. He carries an axe and a bow and arrow. Um, it's enough to, handle what he's got to do.
Nice. Well done.
Right. Howdy, y'all. I'm Johnny. Your rootin' tootin' cowboy in Texas. With as you can tell, fan of Clint Eastwood, with light seasoning of Edgar Allan Poe on the side. And I will be playing the huckster from New Orleans, Shady Do-Rag.
That's okay. You got 30 seconds.
Yeah, tell
Anything more about Shady Doug?
Yeah, Shady Do-Rag. Why am I saying Do-Rag? I'm sorry.
No, it was great.
Laveau. Shady
Great.
Doug Laveau.
There you go. Got it.
Pardon me. Shady Doug Laveau is a huckster who seeks the power of demons and devils and other supernatural abominations in order to become stronger, as powerful as he can, while he's still living till the sun dies.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. And again, welcome to the table. If you can, go ahead, draw your fourth. If you're having issues with that, let me know. That was fantastic. Thank you guys for the introduction. Let's get right back into it as our opening credits come to a close. And the mischievous music kicks up. And we see Mariposa Lil walking towards Shady. Yeah, Johnny, real quick, in your head, how do you see Shady? What does he look like?
Shady Do-Rags is from a noble family. He dresses very well, keeps himself neat, but he always keeps an extra pair of aces on the top of his hat and under his sleeve.
Love it. Love it. Nice. So, yeah, so you are, again, for everyone to fill it in, he is the fancy Dan that's just walking around. He's that guy.
I think after this game, we need to change his name, though, to Shady Do-Rag.
No, it's Shady Dog. It's Shady Dog, damn it.
We're going to make that stick. It's going to stick by the end of it.
It's gonna stick. Shit. Oh my god.
Before we go any further, I
Yeah.
would like to apologize to
No.
my New Orleans brethren for not being able to do the accent or the proper slang.
No, it's okay. Trust me. Yeah, if you can't do it, that's all right. Our mind cannon will fill that in for you. Mariposa Lil, and who might you be, sir?
What time of day is it? Is this the morning or the evening?
It's still relatively early in the day. It might be just a little bit past noon. Everyone has set out very early.
All right. Morning, ma'am. My name is Shady. We looking for a gentleman, German man, scientist. You wouldn't happen to seen any
Oh, man.
around here?
Yeah, Mariposa Lil's eyes get, when you mentioned that, you can already tell she just glances over towards the stairs, but she composes herself and she cocks her head and a little bit more. You with those three other guys? The Indian, the bald guy, and the guy with the giant shotgun.
I would be with them.
Ugh. Let's make this quick. Come on. She motions for you to go to the stairs, and with that, she takes you up and. Well, here we go, Johnny. You can go ahead and give me your first roll for the night. I need you to go ahead and give me a spirit roll, and then I'll tell you exactly the horrible shit that you're looking at, because it is terrible. So what you're looking at is on your character sheet. There's like a screaming face, kind of towards the top, or just off to the side where it says spirit. If you just want to click on that, let's see if that works. Perfect. All right. So, all you need is a 4. I'm being nice. It's gruesome. It is. It is a very gruesome thing. But thankfully, it looks like Mariposa Lil or someone or her staff, more like one of her staff, has tried to clean this up a bit. Inside the room, like I said before, there's no door. Like it's strewn all over the inside of the room. And there's blood everywhere. And there's some blood out in the hallway. And inside of the room, there are a bunch of body parts strewn all over the place. And
Oh yeah.
as you compose yourself, as you look at this terrible, gruesome sight, it makes it even worse. It's somewhat comedic as you're looking in, and Mariposa Lil just backs off. I'll give you guys a few more minutes, and then I'm going to have to send someone to clean this because the sheriff doesn't want this sort of thing in his town. Shakes her head. Goddamn freaks. And she starts to go back downstairs. Well, the other guys haven't caught on to you're there. And they're all hunkered together. They're looking at the wall, and it looks like they took this white sheet out of one of the drawers because the one on the bed was too bloody, maybe? And they have rigged up somebody's somebody's head. And Doc Lightning has shoved some tubes and
probes. You got wires attached to them, right?
Yeah. He's got the gun fired up low, from what you could tell, because you've seen the gun literally blow a house in half before. The little old bald-headed guy. Now, when I say bald, it's not that he's really bald. The man has no hair on his body.
Thanks, Ghost Rock.
Yep. No, it's not just the ghost rock. It's also the fact that, you have an almost constant surge of electricity going through your body, and that tends to negate hair.
Well, I haven't proved that yet.
You're walking proof, buddy. And so they have the head mounted, jury rigged up.
Oh, it's stuck right on a post of the bed, staring at the wall.
Yeah, so it's terrible. And there's lights coming out of its eye sockets. And on the white sheet, there is an image of some skeletal thing lunging forward.
Just as he walks through the door, a big old flash goes off. Remember, I spent the penny to get a picture of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, this dude's on cloud 9.
It worked. You can't believe it worked. Of course you can believe it worked. Of course you can believe it worked. It's a sound theory. Of course it's a sound theory. It's your theory.
After he got the picture and he's looking at the picture, he just turns to the right where there's nobody standing and goes, I knew it would work, Bill.
Yeah, that's also a very common thing with Doc, is he talks to individuals that aren't there.
Sure they're there. I see them all the time.
It's best just to let it go. Trust me on that one. And then, well, Everett, talk to us about plays with fire.
I love this. So, Yeah. In our last session, I remember Plays was just totally amazed as to how he actually got the eye bulbs to light up. And then he's sitting there and he's looking at this projection, and and he's just like totally blown away about the science. And he's looking at the professor and he's like, I can't believe you actually got that to work. That's just the greatest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, he's just now he's looking at the projection and he's, kind of going over indigenous stories and things, tales that he grew up knowing. And he's wondering if there's a connection.
Morning.
Holy
Good to
crap.
see y'all have already gotten started without me.
It's Shady Doug. I'll be. Hey, how's it going, sir?
Oh yeah. I turn around, Shady, look at what I did.
That's very impressive. At some point we need to have a conversation about being discreet, though.
Being very quiet.
Yes, we're located only in one room.
Oh, you see that? There it is. There it is, right there.
Just what happened here?
Well, the room was kind of like this when we got here. I just,
Rearrange the furniture?
no, I only grabbed the head
Dear Lord.
to play
Yes.
with it. Not play with it, to do some scientific research.
Yes, he's sciencing.
Father Sam. That's hilarious.
In the name of science.
Worshiper. I love it. Yeah. Father Sam nods, and while Plays and the good doctor are continuing with what they're looking at, Father Sam takes several steps back and he's muttering something under his breath. You think it's a prayer. Don't know what kind of prayer, but again, it sounds like he's praying. And he leans over to Shady Doug. Apparently, the old man was murdered in the early morning hours. And if we had gotten here a little bit sooner, we may have been able to stop it. But it looks like, from what we understand so far, and we've only been here a very short time. Yeah, that's what we got so far in that picture. Again, like I said, from the morbid lights coming from the decapitated head, there is what appears to be the last image that the professor saw. And it looks like two skeletal figures lunging towards him. Would everyone please give me a notice roll, please?
Ooh.
The better you roll, the more information I can give you.
Looks like it's an on skill.
No, everyone should have notice.
A D4.
Yeah, D4, D6, okay. Shady got himself a 2 and a 5.
I got
Okay.
a 6.
All right, Doc got himself a 6, nice, and Plays got himself a 10. Okay, again, no, you're fine. Yeah, so technically everyone succeeded, but it was Plays. You noticed it first, yeah. It's the damage that's done to the bodies. As you're looking at the image that's cascaded against the wall on the sheet, a lot of that looks pretty, well, not pretty. It is. That's that, like, because you can see one of their hands, and it looks like it has large clawed hands. And as you're looking at some of what's left, that checks out. But the thing that you notice is that as you're looking at the image, you have the one lunging at the professor, and it looks like there's another one off to the left-hand side that's getting ready to jump. And then there's someone else in the picture. And it looks like it's at the door and there was someone else standing at the railing. It's a shadowed figure, but just by looking at it, you can guess that it's a small person. It's just a black shape, but there looks like there was someone else. And Mariposa Lil you thought she had mentioned that it was just the professor and that he had 2 hired guns with him, not 3. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this room
Yes.
before Mariposa Lil comes up and kicks you guys out so she can clean the room?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What you got?
I would like to do the same science experiment with the other head and see if it reveals any image or clues.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we already know Doc is going to probably say yes to this. What about Shady? Shady, Plays wants to slice open the back of another skull. And hey, look at that under the bed. There's the 3rd head. Okay. Wonder Bar. Oh,
Yeah.
how does Shady?
I'm gonna stay outside of the room. I can't have y'all spraying blood on my suit.
That is amazing.
As he picks up another head, I'm already pulling the probe out of the first one.
Oh, shite. So while Plays and the doctor are prepping the 2nd head, Shady, is there anything you want to look at in the room right now, or is it just you just want to stay outside the room?
That's too much of a mess.
Way too much. Okay, yeah, okay. There's a line. All right.
These boots I got on are new.
Oh no.
Brand new, kids. So yeah. So the scene shifts, and Mariposa Lil comes up and she sees Shady and Sam standing outside, and she glances around. She walks in and she's oh my God, because there are the 3 heads have now been jury-rigged up at the end of the bed. And the professor, Doc, has got his camera, and he's flopped off another set of shots, trying to capture what's on the sheet. And yeah, both Plays and Doc, yeah, they are a very morbid sight. And Mariposa Lil's just basically, her voice skyrockets, and she's like, "Get out! Oh my God, get out!" All right.
We are truly sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, just
Please, man,
get
we just
out!
need 5 more minutes. We just need 5 more
You
minutes.
have your time is up. And with that,
I just got here. At least give me 5 more minutes.
You had your time. And again, it's just 4 octaves as she's going. And she is ushering you guys quickly down the steps and onto the main floor. Oh my
There's I
God.
turn to Doc and I'm like, I am really, really impressed with your science and your abilities. Sir, that is highly commendable.
It's disgusting. Let's glance around. Disgusting.
And
If
people
we had a little bit longer, I could have really, if we've actually been in a lab, I could make this a whole lot easier. Not so.
Go get a lab. Again, the scene has shifted. And Mariposa Lil has instructed a couple of the guys. She specifically told them, one of her men, to make sure that none of the girls go up there. As she so very gently put it, I don't need any of them stinking whores going up there and freaking out. It's going to ruin business for the rest of the day as it is. I got to get something out of this venture today. And we got that stupid feast going on. That's the jam. You guys have an opportunity to talk to Mariposa Lil. Now, right now, I can tell you that she's upset with you guys. She's very, yeah, Yeah, she's on edge just because of the gruesome nature. She's used to death, but she's not used to that. And that was a little too close to home for her. So,
The doc's gonna pull out, I don't know,
oh God.
a couple coins,
Oh,
some coins, just to like. It's not the best he can do for in a way of an apology for what happened.
okay. All right. I need someone. So essentially, right now we're going to go into a social conflict. Um, uh, because if you fail this next roll, uh, trying to figure out what happened to Professor is going to cost you guys time. It can be done, but it'll cost time. Mariposa, if you succeed, can give
Eric
you.
Moses is the one that owns the bar, right?
Yes, it's the lady up on the screen
Yeah.
now. Beautiful black lady.
I'm gonna hand some coins to help pay for the cleanup cost.
Okay, that'll help you guys on this. So that's gonna give a +1. Right now, you guys are at a -2, so we're at a -1 right now. So somebody could be the primary, and then Everett, you can back up in your own way if you want. You can assist, support. Okay.
Sure, not a problem.
All right. This is not going to be a resisted roll, but right now you are at -1. So either Everett or Johnny, you can attempt a social attack essentially against her. So it's going to be persuasion, intimidation, or taunt. Okay. Persuasion means you're being nice, you're using logic, things of that nature. Okay. Intimidation is just that. You're trying to frighten her into getting her help.
Yeah.
Taunt means you're bullshitting her in some way. Okay? So we already know Greg is supporting by giving her money. So that has dropped it from a -2 to a -1. Which one of you between Everett and Johnny is going to be the primary, and who's going to be the other support? If you want, you don't have to. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. It's fine.
I mean, I would almost venture, and I hate to volunteer a guy, but I think because of my interest in what the doctor was doing and the fact that I was totally blown away and amazed by that, and was partly responsible to her freaking out. And Shady Doug is a little bit more better dressed and a little bit more of the gentleman.
Yeah, yeah.
Could I venture, and like I say, I hate to volunteer a guy, but could I venture that he would be a more successful lead than me? Because he's angry at me still.
Johnny, it sounds like Shady's going to be the primary. So what would you like to use? Do you want to use persuasion, intimidation, or taunt? I'm a good GM. I have no idea what skills he has because I'm a good GM.
So she mentioned something about a beast. Dot, before I make your apology, what do you want to know about this beast? Are you like, you want to know if it's a quadruped or bipedal?
I've already got pictures of it.
Oh,
I'm just wondering if she can tell me if I'm looking for any more information, maybe lead up before the attack actually happened, or if nobody actually heard the attack.
all right. I go ahead and I take the change, I throw in a 10, and I take off my gold cufflinks on my jacket, and I hand them to Mary Pose.
Yeah, Mariposa Lil. You can call her Lil.
Mary Pose Lil. And I tell her I apologize for the grievous actions of my, I don't want to call them friends, but
Associates.
associates. But if you could tell me anything more about this creature, this beast that's been roaming around and killing things.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Give me a persuasion roll. And because you threw in extra money on top of Doc's money, and this is obviously money is her sweet tooth. And you threw in like the $10 alone is that's impressive. Then you put the gold cufflinks on top of that. He's gonna kick himself. He probably didn't have to do that. In fact, well, you threw him in, which is fine. So I'm gonna give you a +1. So give me a persuasion roll and add +1 to it. If you got a 4 and a 4, so that's just a 5. So not enough for the raise. And even if Everett were to help you, you would be 1 shy of a raise. So you got success. Okay. So that's enough to calm her down. So think of the scene, Shady hands, Doc puts money in her hand, Shady puts money in her hand, the southern drawl kicks in, and he's laying the honey on, and she's really not listening to him. She's just looking at her hand, and she sees money in hand. She glances around and she smiles. Of course, gentlemen, I will be more than happy to help you. The scene shifts, and now you're sitting in some. You got, she's leaning against the wall of outside of the bar, and you guys are leaning against the railing or against the wall, however you guys want to be around her. And Mayor Postalil explains that that Culber showed up and he was a mess, but he had money and he paid for one of the rooms. She says that when the doc showed up, he'd only been here for a day, maybe 2. And that when he showed up, he was a mess. He was convinced someone was trying to kill him. And so she gave him a room, and then he pretty much went around town, and he was talking to all sorts of people. To which she says that there are some interesting individuals. H.J. Kent. H.J. Kent. He runs the pawn shop. He calls it a general store, but let's be fucking real. It's a pawn shop.
All right.
She knows that he spoke to her, or that they spoke to each other. Let's try that again, smart guy. Learn to use Roll20. There we go. That there was another native in town, Red Cloud. She knows that he spoke to him in the bar. Not sure exactly what about. And then the last guy was Manchester Andy. Be careful with that one. He's a bit of a prick.
Yeah,
So
it says he won't last.
No. Now, if you gentlemen, and she says that sarcastically, want to stay in town, I can tell you right now, you hurt or kill anyone, the sheriff and his boys will come after you. Hell, I will come after you. She points to the street, and there are several tables that have been set up, and they have, like traditional Thanksgiving decorations and things like that. Every year, Thanksgiving and Christmas, weather permitting, we put on a feast. It's a town thing. It's a gig. We have little attractions, things of that nature. It's good for business. It's huge for us. If you boys fuck that up, I'll fuck you up. Are we clear?
Sure.
She's looking at the other two.
Understood, ma'am.
I have a feeling that this will bring in the guests.
Good, as long as we understand each other. After that, gentlemen, I have to go clean up a mess. And with that, she does a whole hair flick and stomps. Now, not strut or walk, she stomps back into her place. All right, so gentlemen, you have some leads that you can follow up on. You can go in groups or you can split up. I am fine with either. How would you guys like to proceed?
I'm
You guys can talk to each other. It's okay.
wondering
Sounds
how the
like
creature
we're
got
gonna
into
split.
the nobody in the bar. Sorry.
I said it sounds like a good time to split up.
Yeah, the scientist, he's wondering how the creature got to him on the second floor. I'm guessing that it must have been through the window. I want to go around the side of the building real quick and just look and see if there's tracks or any kind of
Okay.
marking.
All right. Okay. So the professor, or so Doc says that he wants to check out the outside. Well, what about plays and because right now Sam will tag along with somebody, and Sam can assist somebody in this. But for all intents and purposes, Sam is an NPC. Okay, so I really can't do much with Sam tonight. But you guys can still use him for supports and things of that nature. So he's still there, but just keep that in mind. So, but there'll be no decision making from Sam tonight. So, what does Plays and Shady want to do?
I'd like to handle the pawn shop owner.
Pawn shop owner, excellent. Okay, give me 1 second. I love that. So, pawn shop, finding H.J. Kent is not difficult to do at all. In fact, he was one of the first buildings that you came to. Move this a little bit. No. This one down here, at the almost right at the entrance to town itself. Yeah. A Lucky Nugget is the name of his. Holy shit, he really does. He refers to it as a general store. Right. So Shady, he said you want to go down, you want to chit chat with H.J. Kent. Doc, you said you want to check out, try check out more of the building.
Check out like near the window that goes to that bed.
Okay. Plays. What do you want Plays to do? You want Plays to go help the Doc? Do you want to go help Shady, or do you want to pursue one of the other two leads?
Well, I'm kind of wondering what Red Cloud might know.
Nice. Okay. Red Cloud is inside Mariposa Lills.
I have a feeling that he would be able to speak to me a little bit easier than one of the others, maybe.
Right. Hey, yeah, you know what? That makes absolutely great sense. I love that. So yeah, so let's put you there, you there. Now, that leaves us with Sam. Sam can assist one of you. Who wants to have, as a group, you guys can decide amongst with each other who is Sam gonna go and support. How do you guys want to play? How do you want Sam to go? As a group, you can make this decision.
I would like Sam to help the mad scientist. Help the Doc Lightning.
Oh, Doc, okay. Plays, are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, good. Greg, you good with that?
Get out of trouble.
Oh, probably that. Yes, that sounds yes. I like that.
Make sure I
So-
don't burn the place down.
So the easiest one is going to be we'll start with Doc. So going around the back, I can tell you right now it's not really going to require much of a roll. Because no, because you've already told me where you want to look. You've already told me, pretty specific where you want to look, what specifically you're
I'm looking
looking
at
for.
the side of the building, the window. I'm curious on how the thing got in without being noticed.
There's no broken glass. The window isn't broken. There's no tracks down below. There's no blood on the outside of the building.
Okay.
Well, that just doesn't make any goddamn sense, like whatsoever. And you're checking out. The flop house is next door, but it's way too far of a distance. It's not like they jump from one building to the next. It's way too far away. So as much as Sam tries to calm the Doc down, you need to get back up into that room, because as exciting as that experiment was, you need to get back up in that room. Well,
Is there
that
anything on the side of the building or anything that I could climb?
oh, that's fucking amazing. Of course there is. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So here's little Doc Lightning grabbing the drain pipe and trying to shimmy his way up. And hey, how about we have Sam boosting you up? So we're gonna go athletics for Sam. So he has a D4 and he has himself a D6. And he got himself a 2 and a 5. Now the 5 is the 4, excuse me, will net you a +1. Excuse me. I'm gonna edit all that out. So Greg, go ahead, give me an athletics roll, because that's what you need if you want to scale the rusty drain pipe. Now, Greg, if you fail, you would have gotten almost to the top, and the pipe will break and you'll fall. So 3. Oh, okay, you got the 4. You got the 4. So at the last second, as we watch the Doc, as he's shimming his way up, because at first when you start, he grabs it in his skinny little arms, his hands is grabbing it. Plus, remember, he's wearing the equivalent to a Ghostbusters proton pack on his back.
Won't take that off.
No. And so Sam even offers to hold it for him. How badly did that not go over?
Yeah, that's like asking him to cut one of his arms off.
Yeah. The Doc gives him a look like he just slapped his mom. And so his skinny little arms, hands, he grabs the pipe and he's grits his teeth. And Sam was glancing around, he smiles, and he waves at somebody, looks up, and, oh, God, let me help you. And he's reaching down, and he's pushing Doc Lightning up the pipe as high as he can. And it helps. And you get to the window, and you're glancing, you're looking around on the inside, or and the outside. What exactly are you looking for?
Any clues? Anything that might identify on how they got in there?
Something. Okay, go ahead. Give me a notice roll. Because it's not so much what you see as what you hear. Because Mariposa Little has a couple of guys and they're cleaning it up. You got a 3. You need at least a 4.
All right. I got it. We'll throw a Benny.
You want to toss a Benny? Okay, go ahead.
There you go. There's a 5.
There you go. Nice. Okay. That's okay. That's why you spend bennies. Yeah. So it's as you're holding on to the pipe and you're glancing around, we see Doc's little beady eyes try to take in the details. It's what you hear on the inside that catches your attention. As one of the guys is glancing around, and what an FMS. Shut up. They got, the bandanas around their mouths and stuff like that. And they got the buckets and the shitty little sponges. Shut your mouth. Don't even think about it, man. It's bad enough as it is. They have a couple of larger buckets that they've been putting the remains into. And one of the guys makes the comment, Greg, well, it's a good thing that the fucking fire didn't get out of control. What the fuck was he trying to burn shit in here for? Well, yeah, we're lucky, man. We're lucky he didn't burn the whole goddamn place down. Fuck me, that would have been bad. Yeah, okay, shut up and keep piling that crap in. Oh, dude, what is this? Kidney? Oh, I hate you so much. And that's when the pipe breaks, and we see the Doc slowly going off screen along with the pipe. It stops about halfway, and you're able to fall. And, Sam tries to catch Doc, and no, Sam doesn't catch you, but he does break the fall. God bless Sam, or whatever religion he is following. Anyway, he helped.
Science.
It's science. So yeah, okay, so you got a little there. Everett, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go down to our guest?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Go. Which one?
Hey, that was kind of vague. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Go ahead and go to Johnny.
You sure?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, Johnny. Yeah, the Gold Nugget. A general store. What a joke. This is not a general store. This is not a goddamn general store. This is a fucking pawn shop. Yeah, you've been in enough pawn shops to know pawn. This is a fucking pawn shop. There's very little general goods being sold in this place. And when H.J. Kent, well, he's a shit proprietor. He has a cute little bell that when you open the door, clang, 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 clang. He's got several rows, strategically placed so that, you can see the front desk. So that, you assume the proprietor can just move down the counter and see down the rows. And there's a multitude of tchotchkes, and there's a multitude of little, secondhand goods littered all over the place. Oh, look at that. He does sell oats here. Well, I guess it is a general store. But there's no one behind the counter. And there's even another bell sitting there on the counter. Why don't you go ahead and
I'd
give me a
like to
notice?
ring the bell on the. Oh, okay.
No, that's fine. Yeah, because you ring the bell not once, not twice, but 3 times. And you wait in between each one, turning and curiously taking in. Now go ahead and give me that notice roll. Nice. Okay, got the 4. I got a 4. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Shady. You take your tinted glasses off and you clean them and you're looking around and just taking in some of the goods. And there's some good stuff here. Okay. All right. Okay. And as you walk over to, not sure what the hell this thing is. It's some weird looking contraption. And as you're glancing it over and you put the glasses back on, when you suddenly hear a thump from in the back. And you hear some harsh whispering. It's hard to make out, but you swear you hear someone say, "Knock it off, asshole." And it's coming from the back of the shop. What's Shady doing?
Okay. So, I guess since nobody responded to the bell,
Uh-huh.
I think that's an invitation to snoop about. I'd like to go to the entryway of the back room, and I'm checking that doorway, make sure there's no tripwire or nothing.
Great. Yeah. No, there's no tripwire. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth roll? Because as soon as you, tiptoe your way around, now I want everyone to try and picture this very well-dressed guy trying to sneak. Goes around the counter, gets to the back, and there's no door. It's just there we go. You got a 4. Okay, give me a second, because you get to where it's just a thick blanket is covering up the back entrance. And it's cute. It says staff only and a brass plaque above it. It's hilarious. Look at the size of this place. Staff? Is he joking? But as you peel back the curtain just a little bit, there's another larger room, actually, than the room that you're currently in. The room you're currently in is maybe 30 feet by 30 feet. It's not very big at all. This back room is about 30 feet wide, but it looks to be a good maybe 60 feet long. And there's more shelving and there's more goods that he just hasn't put out on the shelf. But down the main aisle, you can see 3 men. Now, Mariposa Lil gave you a brief description of H.J. Kent. His average height. He's a white guy. He has slimy. She said the word slimy, black hair, and you can't miss his nose. She just smiled, gave a little chuckle. Trust me. And she's right. You can't. You know exactly who H.J. Ken is with these three assholes. He's on the ground. He has a bloody lip and a swollen eye, and he literally has a golden nose. Literally. Like where his nose is supposed to be, there is a piece of gold that has been shaped to look like a nose. And it's been fastened to his head. He's dressed nice. What you would, for this time period, what you would, a well-to-do businessman would be dressed in. But like I said, split lip, swollen eye. He's on the ground, and there are two men standing above him. Both of them were wearing, one of them was wearing a crappy-looking brown duster. He's got a Stetson pushed back, and he's smiling menacingly down at HJ. And he's got his hands, thumbs, tucked in the belt of the gun belt. The gun is not drawn. And he's just looking down, apparently proud of his work. And then the other guy is kneeling down, and he's got the back of HJ, he's grabbed onto his hair, and he's got HJ's head tilted back. And the second guy who's kneeling down, he does have the revolver pulled and is looking at him. And they're whispering harshly to him. As you're close enough, you can get something about money and something. You got a 4. Now they're not actively looking for you, so they have to do better than you. So this is, I'm sorry. You got a 4, so you're fine because they're not actively looking for you. If they were actively looking for you, this would be a resisted roll. They're busy. So, what do you want Shady to do?
Let's see here. Okay. This go hard or go home. I am going to cast Bolt.
There you go. Hell yeah. Soul Blast, baby.
I want to target the man who's got Kent's hair and he's pointing a revolver at him.
Okay.
Aim right for I want to fire a bolt at his face.
Okay, a headshot. Okay, before you do the headshot, just because that's a called shot, that's a -4. But if you succeed, you get an automatic +4 to the damage. Okay, but it's difficult to do. Do you just want to try and do a normal hit and hope that the damage is enough to take him out?
Actually, now that you bring that up, is there anything around me that I can throw?
Oh hell yeah! Rattle it off. If you think it's there, then you're in a pawn shop. So
something about the size of a baseball.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! There's a little crystal skull sitting right next to you on a shelf.
I will take it.
You wanna pop him with that?
Yes.
Okay, that's an athletics roll. Go ahead, give me that throw.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
All you need is a 4. In fact, you know what? Oh shit. Never mind. That's the double 1. That's the botch. Because again, like the cards magically come into Shady Doug's hands. They're ethereal cards, violet with energy coming off of them. As the audience, we can hear the Manitous swirling around Shady Doug. Behind his tinted spectacles, his eyes have flared up a violet tinge. And as you see the cards, he puts his hands out and they immediately swirl back and forth. And he holds them and he brings up his hand and we see his head turn and there's the little crystal skull. There's a grin, cards go away. The right hand grabs the skull, and as soon as he picks it up off the shelf, a high-pitched pervert. Oh, And the two guys look up. The first guy does pull his revolver. The second guy pushes Kent down, steps on his chest, and levels the gun in your direction. And the first guy yells out, "The fuck? Who's out there? Who's out there?" Hold that thought. The scene shifts, and we go to plays. Plays as you walk into the bar. Immediately to your right, because you saw him sitting there alone, drinking and smoking his long pipe, a traditional pipe. And while the two of you made eye contact and did a civil nod to each other, that was about it. This time, as you come forward, how are you presenting yourself to Red Cloud? He's an older man, about in his late 50s.
that make me feel old. Anyway, I'm not late 50s, but might as well be. Anywho, I approach him with a traditional greeting. I ask for his permission to sit next to him, and
he nods. And he even extends his pipe to you. And
awesome.
And of course he acquires where you are from.
Awesome. And yes, my name is Plays with Fire, and I am from across the valley to the west. No, the east, because I don't know directions. I'm a tracker. And yeah. So anyway, we have come here with myself and 4 of my friends to find an individual, and we are here to, as we have found him, he is dead. I am wondering what you might know of as
Nicholas Culber.
Well, actually, I was going to ask about the image that we saw on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this gentleman that died was attacked by 2 skeletons, and I'm wondering what you might know of. Is it a legend, or is this something that no one has seen before?
There's a look of shock, and then like immediately, like, was it, well, like when you say that you're looking for him, he's got the pipe and he's just politely nodding, like it all makes sense to him. Okay, yeah, he saw you with your friends, you being here for that, his that he's dead. Well, he had heard that there was something, but he hadn't, he hadn't heard exactly what happened. But he had heard that the professor had been killed. The monsters, though, that brings him some surprise. And Red Cloud explains that, he inquires, was this a friend of yours? This Professor Culber.
We were associated, but not necessarily friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a distant connection.
Oh, he nods again and extends his condolences, and the only thing that he could tell you in regards to Culber is that that Culber actually approached him his first night and asked if I was a medicine man, because clearly, because I have a feather, that's what I am. And he told me that he was being hunted by an evil and that he was seeking protection. Well, it was difficult enough to understand him when he spoke. It was rude enough that he couldn't even attempt to really listen to me, and he didn't even buy me a drink. So sadly, I turned him away. when I watched him, and again, he reiterates that he saw him talking to a terrible man, Manchester Andy, and that they had words, and it he doesn't know exactly what they were talking about, but it didn't end in bloodshed. But Andy, I refuse to call him that, Manchester. But it did end well. They were arguing with one another. But beyond that, no. Wish I could have helped him more, but sorry, I didn't realize he was in serious danger.
I understand.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. So, do you know that when he left, he walked in the direction of the hotel?
Well, he had met me here. He was talking to Andy. I know he had gone down to talk to H.J. Kent, but I believe the H.J. Kent, I remember him talking to the bartender about getting drinks for HK because there was a business opportunity. I don't know exactly what. Apparently he didn't think I had any money to invest in anything with him. But I know when he talked to Manchester Andy, they were upstairs and they got loud, and when Andy left, the professor was chasing after him. And well, Andy being Andy, said something to him, and then the professor became very agitated, and well, it's hard enough to understand Andy on a good day. Even worse when the professor started talking very strangely to him. And then Andy slapped the professor, right down to his feet, and stomped off. I understand he's staying at the hotel that's next to the church.
Was.
No, Andy is staying at the hotel next to the church.
Okay. I would like to find I know you don't like to call him Manchester Andy, but I would like to find this man and question him further.
Be careful. Andy is a violent man.
I am a violent man. No, not really. I work in self-defense, but I will kill him if necessary in order to protect my own self and those around me. So thank you very much. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. And I also thank you for sharing your pipe with me. You are an honorable man.
He nods, and the scene shifts, and we can see Plays with Fire exiting Mariposa Lils. All right, real quick, as we can also see Doc, Lightning, and Sam coming out of the alleyway. But we need to go back to Shady Doug, who's in the pawn shop, and you've got two guys in the back room that are yelling at you, Shady. What is Shady doing? Oh, you're holding a skull that is calling you a pervert and is yelling for Kent. Come save me, Kent. I don't like his hands, Kent.
Can the two men that are attacking Ken, can they see me right now? Or
no,
still...
because that blanket that's covering the entrance to the back room is still there.
All right. Oh, this is probably the stupidest thing you could do, but I go ahead and pull out my Derringer and put it against the skull. I hide around a corner, and I say, if you can hear me, I'll blow her brains out.
The skull's losing its mind. Like, as soon as you pull back, again, it's not even a full-size skull. It's just like a little, you'd almost think like a paperweight. And as you're holding it, and as it's talking, it's lighting up as you're talking. And as soon as you pull the derringer and you put it up to it, it starts freaking out. It just absolutely starts freaking out. Oh my God, Cat, he's got a gun. Cat, you son of a bitch, he's got a gun. And as you're yelling to the guys in the back, the two guys in the back are looking at each other like, and they look down at Kent. Kent just, he's absolutely befuddled. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. Go ahead, give me that taunt roll. Okay, got a 4. All right, are you happy with that? This is resisted. You set the difficulty.
No, I ain't happy with it.
Okay, go ahead, toss that Benny. You can re-roll it if you want.
All right. So I remove a Benny, right?
Yeah, you should be able to just drag it right up and drop it on the table.
There I am. There we go.
Oh, bud. All right, click that re-roll. That is amazing. Okay, now here's the thing: you when you spend a Benny and you do the re-roll, I always allow you to keep the highest. Now, all of that double 1, because yeah, you got double 1s again. My Roll20 loves you, bud. That just means you cannot spend any more bennies on this roll. Okay, you're stuck, but you're stuck with a 4. Okay, now these guys are extras, and so I'm just gonna make one roll. There's just the 2 of them. Now, so they're gonna roll a d6. Let's see what they get. And they got a 6. They got another 6. And they got a 1. Wow, so they got 13 to your 4. So they look at each other and they just kind of look at each other. They look back at the rug, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up on end. And all of a sudden, the skull gets really cold in your hand, and it lights up a little bit, and it just, in a really creepy ass whisper, "Oh, you're gonna get it now." And that's when the gunshots start going off. They're just firing at random in your general direction. Okay, so they're going to be at -4 to hit. And again, they got themselves a D8, but they're at -4. Oh, okay, got a 3. So they come wicked ass close to pegging you, and they're in the process of reloading them. Now, the scene shifts, and we got Plays, Doc, and Sam are now out front Mariposa Lils, and Plays has just told Doc that he's going to go over and talk to this Manchester Andy. You look down the street to where Shady went, and he's not back out on the street, so he's apparently still talking to this H.J. Kent. And that's when you guys hear the gunshots, and you can see the glass from the windows in front of the pawn shop go out into the street, and there are people running away from the pawn shop. What are the 2 of you doing?
Well, Blaze was basically, the minute he saw things kind of start, he took a stance with his axe in his hand.
Okay, are you running down towards where the gunshots came from? Because they came out of the shop that Shady was supposed to be going into.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Then here's what we're going to do. What about Doc? What's Doc doing?
I'm going down there too.
Oh, yeah. So we got Plays, Doc.
Oh, God, I'm firing up my gun.
I'm going to tell the men who just unloaded and are trying to reload their firearms that I've got a grenade and I will throw it in 10, 9.
Nice! Go ahead. Do that taunt, add 2 to it. This is resisted, so you will be setting the difficulty.
And for those who do not know, yes, in the Civil War, they had catch-em grenades.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
That's not what you did with it.
4 + 2, 6.
So 6. Okay. So nice. Let's see how this works, because this could end this like right now. So I guess it was a 6, and they rolled hold on one second. Okay, they just rolled just a normal 1, but still, your 6 is 4 above them, so you got the success, you got the raise, which breaks them. So they are both vulnerable and distracted. They hear that, and then just to add insult to injury, you toss the skull in, and it hits, and there's a thud, and the 2 guys, all you hear is, "Oh shit! Oh fuck me! Run! And you hear the 2 guys, they're taking off. You can hear them hitting something, and you can hear one of them saying, basically high pitched like a little girl, "Get out of my way! Get your hands off my ass! I gotta get to the door! You gotta get us both killed!" So the 2 guys have run off. So you're standing in the back with HK Kent, and you have the skull in your hand. So the scene shifts. We got, because again, Sam has that ridiculously large auto shotgun, and he has that up, and the 3 of you burst into the pawn shop, and you don't hear anything. And then you hear some talking going on in the back, but you can't quite make out what's being said. What are the 2 of you doing? But you can see all the damage.
Doc's going towards the talking.
Okay, yeah, like he doesn't wait, like plays before you can stop the Doc. The little guy is already scampered around the counter. That hellacious cannon that he has is lit up and has that little boom. And
it's screaming.
Yeah,
Ghost rock.
because it's screaming. It's like this is Ghost Rock powered. And Shady.
And I turn it up, it gets louder.
Oh, Shady, before you can say anything, the Doc has literally tore down the blanket, and he has that cannon leveled up, and it's illuminating the entire back. Behind you is H.J. Kent, and you've just helped him up to his feet. Oh, and HJ's eyes get big, and he sees the little crazy man with the hand cannon, and his eyes roll up into his head, and you're able to catch H.J. Kent before he passes out. Real quick, what's going on? You guys now have the scene. You're in the pawn shop.
There's nobody else there, just them 2. When I walk
Just them 2.
Okay. I go ahead, disappointedly, I go ahead and turn my gun back off.
What's Plays
No,
doing?
look at that guy. He should take more vitamins. That wouldn't happen.
What's Plays doing?
Wow. So I realize not much is happening, so I start kind of looking around for clues, which leads me to my adventure card.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Tell me what the adventure card is, because you may want to hold on to that for the next session.
I don't know. It's a pretty good one.
I know, but you might not want to use it here.
No, that's true. It says
Right,
get a
what-
clue.
Okay.
Play this card for advice from the game master on how to resolve a current predicament or problem.
You
Or-
prick.
Shady is gonna see his 2 companions and tell them, "You ever done gun running with Confederates? That's why I'm in charge."
And the screen goes black, and the credits begin to roll. That's a wrap for this week. Join us again here at Radio Salad Studios, home for Savage Sessions.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and hit that bell icon to be notified when new episodes are released.
Until we see each other again,
Go out there,
be safe,
have fun,
and may the dice be with you.
always.
This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, and characters, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group.